Hello, everyone. I am so sorry I'm late tonight, but running errands, getting ready for this Saturday. Woo! My son's football practice has just been a busy, busy, busy week, but it is almost Friday and I'm so excited. And on top of that, it is almost Saturday. This is Tanya Barbie of I Am Still a Rose, in spite of it all. In spite of all the challenges that we face from day in and day out, all the issues of life, I am still a rose, and so are you. Well, tonight, I won't be here long because I got a long day, and I know you probably have a long day, and I just wanted to cover a few things. Primarily, I wanted to ask you tonight, what is holding you back? What's your thorn? What's holding you back from being that best person that you know that you can be? So, have you ever thought about what's holding you back? Many times we want to get that special job. We want to do something completely different and change our careers. We want to try something new in a relationship, or we want to cut our hair or color our hair or go bald. But fear holds us back. And worse than that, things that's happened in our past holds us back. So what's your thorn? What has kept you from being your best person? Years ago, fear of the unknown was my thorn. Betrayal, divorce were my thorns. And once I did some self-reflection of myself, self-reflecting, it occurred to me that in order for me to make changes in my life, I had to make some corrections. I had to come forth with the truth that if I continue to hold on to resentment, anger, distrust, confusion, hurt, bitterness, I could never be my best self. So it was important to me to do some homework, read the Bible, be around positive people, and learn that I needed to let go of things that were hurting me and not keep them in the forefront, because when we keep those negative things in the forefront, we have a tendency to continue to hurt. We have a tendency to never forget. We have a tendency at that point to never be the best that we can be. And as we talked about last week, we hold on to that stuff. And the people that we're upset with or hurt over, they don't even know, and many times they don't even care. So it'll behoove us to move beyond those thorns, to focus on ourselves and focus on our growth, and write some goals out. Write some goals. Think about things that you wanted to do when you were in high school, and they're still in your heart. I had always wanted to act. I never thought I'd have a 9-to-5 job. I'm just, when I'm in the office, I look around and I'm like, what am I doing here? But God has given me an opportunity to write now. He's given me an opportunity to act at my church. He's given me an opportunity to direct plays And he's given me the opportunity to write my own play and publish it. And it took 30 years. So that taught me something. If it's in your heart and it doesn't go away 20, 30 years later, it was meant for you. If you're still thinking about being a DJ and you've never done it, but you go crazy when you see a DJ spinning those records and they're into the beat and they got their eyes closed and you closing your eyes with them, or you're dancing to the music and you're gyrating and you got it going on and you're just like in awe. That's your gift. You're supposed to do it. That's your dream that is intended for you to fulfill. But what I'm learning about dreams is we have to take the first step. We have to come to grips with the reality that it's just not going to fall in our lap. It's just not going to, hey, God, I want this. I want to be a DJ. And all the equipment falls on your lap and you instantly know how to work it and you instantly draw a crowd. It doesn't work like that. You got to take the first step. If that's what you really want to do, you got to go for it. And many times we don't. We put it off. We procrastinate. We say, oh, we'll work on it next year. Oh, I don't have the money. Oh, I don't have this. I don't have that. Oh, my space is not big enough. In the case of a DJ, oh, I don't have any LPs. Oh, I don't have the equipment. I don't have the money for the equipment. Oh, who's going to listen to me? We have to follow our dreams, or they will never happen. They will never come to fruition if we do not put forth effort and make them happen. So what are your thorns? What's holding you back? What's holding you back from being that best person? Is it you need a mate? Many of us are by ourselves. We're single. We don't have a spouse. We don't have a partner. We don't have a boyfriend. We don't have a girlfriend. Is that what you're waiting for? Do you need to be connected with someone before you take that leap of faith? I'm here to suggest, if you have God in your life, that's the person. That's who you need. That spirit, that godly love and adoration to help you get what you need. And all that other stuff will come into play when it's time. Everything happens in its season. A door closes in a season and a door opens in another season. And during those times when things are challenging, it's because it's time for you to grow. It's time for you to recognize that it's time to move forward. It's time to be strengthened in all those challenging situations that you don't understand how'd you get in that mess. But if you go through that mess, I guarantee you at the other end of that mess, you'll see, this is why I'm here. This is why this happened. But you have to stay strong. You have to be determined. You have to realize and go with the flow. That if everything around you is falling apart, it's because something good is about to happen. Why do we always think, oh, why is this happening to me? What am I supposed to do now? What's going to happen next? Oh, I bet all hell's going to break loose. Well, if we continue to think negatively, all hell will break loose. But if you recognize that you're in a situation such as all hell breaking loose, and you stay focused on the prize, eventually, you'll get the prize. But you have to stay focused. And you have to get rid of those thorns. We're spending a whole day on Saturday, September the 21st. My tickets are sold out. And I'm very happy. I'm excited to see all these beautiful ladies and help them, if they are not already there, realize that they are that beautiful rose. All we have to do is release those thorns that are holding us back. We can be the best person that we're intended to be, but it takes work. You can't just have success fall in your lap. You got to put the work in. You got to be focused on what you want in life. And many of us have gone through challenges. Many of us have gone through breast cancer, depression, losing a loved one, loneliness, brokenness, sexual abuse, sexual molestation, domestic violence, shame, unforgiveness, abandonment, depression, alcohol abuse, drug abuse, divorce, separation, cheating, bigamy. The list goes on and on and on and on and on and on. But we can sit here and play the violin, and we can continue to talk about all our thorns all day and all night. Life sucks. Life happens. But there's also a good side to life. We are still on the other side. Our hearts are still beating. In spite of all those challenges, all those thorns that I had just mentioned, we're still here. Which means to me, God isn't done with us yet. We still have an opportunity to get it right. We still have an opportunity to grow. We still have an opportunity to forgive, even forgive ourselves. Many of us don't even forgive ourselves. We're shameful of what we've done. We call ourselves idiots, stupid, dumb, and we make mistakes. We're human. We are supposed to make mistakes. The issue comes into play when we keep making the same mistake over and over and over and over again. That's not a good thing. That means we're not learning. We're not growing. We're just going backwards. We're doing the moonwalk going backwards in life. And if we're still above ground, we have another opportunity to get it right. My caterer for the event, God bless his family, they have just lost their son in his 40s, just had a heart attack. Life is so short. God bless his family. They weren't expecting, who expects to lose a child at 40 years old? We don't expect that. Life is not going to be here every day. So with that in mind, we got to do what we can to live every day, because we never know when that day is going to happen, when we're not going to be having a heart that's beating. And that was a long-winded way of saying it. Today may be our last day. Why live it in sorrow? Why live it in complaints? One of my thorns, do you know, I had for my event, there's about 35 different thorns that came to mind. And I just kept writing them out. I just kept writing them out. And as I wrote them out, I felt for every woman that's going to be there Saturday. It hurts. Thorns hurt. Thorns, they stagnate us. They make us feel like we're useless, that we are not going to get ourselves together, that we can't be that best person. It stagnates us. It stagnates our life. It holds us back. We got to release them. And I didn't say it was going to be easy, but you have to take that first step. You have to believe in yourself, and by God, you have to believe in our Heavenly Father. Because I am here to tell you, he will be here for you. Just talk to him. Just talk to him like you would a girlfriend. Talk to him before you talk to a girlfriend. Because he don't change. He the same today, tomorrow, every day. A girlfriend may not be available when you need her the most. A girlfriend may just be preoccupied and don't even know what you're going through. But he knows. He's omnipotent, very powerful. He's got you. But you got to take the first step. You got to take the first step and stop holding grudges on people that have hurt you. More than likely, they don't care. When people hurt people, do you think they care about hurting people? Because if you think about it, they wouldn't have offended you in the first place if they really, really, truly did care. If we all, that's why that scripture about love conquers all. Love is powerful. When somebody really loves you, truly loves you, I bet before they cheat, they say, if I go over there and talk to that woman with the big butt getting ready to get in her car, how will that affect my family? She looks like she'll take me in 2 seconds the moment I give her my phone number. How will my actions impact my wife and my children? Now that's some love. For a person to think before they act and then decide not to act because of the fact that they thought. But how many of us do that? He would probably say, she'll never find out. I got this. This lady won't never tell. I'm going to go on over here and get her phone number, and I'm going to make some things happen, and I'm going to be discreet as I can. And all hell breaks loose. It happens every day. Beautiful families are broken up by bad decisions. And then sometimes the woman gets so mad that she says, I'm going to cheat too. And it's just a terrible, terrible, vicious cycle. But we can make a difference if all of us just get together and decide. Lorenzo, hello there. Thank you for joining tonight. My wife left me. I'm so sorry that your wife left you. I think when spouses leave us, I hate to sound so harsh, but I feel that if a spouse leaves you and you know you have done everything in your power to make that marriage work, bye. Girl, bye. Boy, bye. I've said it on previous videos. Life is so short, and we tend to put all our eggs in one basket. We tend to sometimes love like we have never loved in our life. And sometimes it's still not enough for a spouse. I had been there. And I didn't have a spouse that left me, but I made the decision to leave them because of infidelity. And he's still bitter today. And I'm glad I made the choice that I did because I have principles. I just can't fathom being in a relationship with someone that I shared my vows with and they cheated. I just don't know how to make that work. I don't know how to come back to a relationship, a marriage after a husband cheats on me. That's very difficult. And people do it all the time. I was talking to a new friend just about that yesterday. I bet those that have been married 50, 60 years, they probably experienced some of that. I mean, 60 years is a long time. I bet they got some stories to tell you. But they hung in there in spite of it all. So I'm sorry that happened to you. You just stay strong. You just get your life right. Don't worry about what she's doing. Don't worry about who she's doing it with. I don't know if you have children in your family or what, but life does move on. Life does move on. But what you don't do is stay in that pain. Stay with that thorn of unforgiveness, anger, resentfulness. Don't stay there. You do everything in your power to heal. Read positive affirmations every day. The moment you get up, you look in that mirror and you say, I love myself. You do things that'll make you better than you are today for yourself. Don't be worried about it. She could see me now. I'm looking all toned up and I'm this. Don't even worry about it, because God handles vengeance better than you could ever handle vengeance. And many times these spouses that leave, they come right back knocking because they realize the grass is not greener on the other side. And many times they keep going. Bye. Let them go. A lot of times we marry when we know we shouldn't have married that person in the first place. And then we're in shock that it didn't work out. It wasn't working out when you said, I do. You knew it when you were going down the aisle, but you did it anyway. You said, I do. You'll make it work. You'll make some changes. You'll make sure they make some changes. And we cannot impose our expectations on anybody. We can barely do it on our own children. We got to do that to ourselves. Impose those expectations on your own self and learn to grow. Learn to mature. Learn to accept your faults. Learn to embrace you, the good, the bad, and the ugly. But don't stay in that pain. People leave us all the time. People hurt us all the time. What I've learned to toughen up. I've learned to understand that I've learned to have empathy for those who've hurt me. And I say, with his upbringing, he didn't know any better. Nobody taught him. And it also recognized men with thorns now. They have more thorns than women do. And they just carry them. They just put them on their back and they just, and they're upset all the time. And they're mad at women. A lot of times Black men are mad at Black women. So they go to another race only because they're mad at one sister that hurt them. And they really do believe another race is going to be different. Good luck with that. But we have to decide that we want to do better. We want to be the best that we can be. Don't spend a lot of time on television. Don't spend a lot of time in gossip and listen to people yap about nothing. Use that time wisely, because my friends who are catering my event on Saturday lost their baby boy, their only son, 40 years old, heart attack. And we spend time moaning and groaning about things that have happened to us. People left us. Lorenzo, my heart goes out to you for you to even share that. You're a strong man. My heart goes out to you. I can only imagine what you're feeling, but it's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. A lot of people don't like Joel Osteen, but I'm going to tell you, Lorenzo, he has changed my life. Just hearing him on a daily basis, because he's so inspirational. And he talks a lot about women leaving their husbands for another man even. And one in particular, he talks about where this man was just so distraught. He didn't know how he was going to move on. He didn't know how he was going to go to work every day. That's all he talked about. He can't believe she left. He asked her, what could he do to make it better? How could he improve? What does she need him to do? She just said, boy, bye, I'm gone. I ain't staying here. And he couldn't believe it. But about 5 years later, he found the love of his life. He can't even believe he was ever hurt. And God doubled what? Gave him beauty for his ashes. See, if we stay in faith, just stay in faith. Don't ever give up on faith. Just stay. And I know it's hard. I'm not saying this is easy, but I'm telling you everything that I have experienced. I had a nervous breakdown as a result of a spouse cheating on me because I had the happy life, the big house, the love I thought I had, the children, the nice schools, the beautiful neighborhood, the nice jobs, everything, housekeepers, the whole works, food in the house, beautiful gourmet kitchen, everything. And when I found out he was cheating, I was like, oh my gosh, this happened to me? How did this happen to me? And you know what the therapist told me? Why not you? Why you think something ain't supposed to happen to you? Now, of course, me being who I am, me being who have experienced some things in my life with women, I said, well, she just hating on me. Oh, fat thing. She just hating on me. That's why she talking to me like that. That wasn't it. She was telling me the truth. She's a psychologist. She's telling it like it is. What made me think I was exempt from issues? What made me think because my life was so perfect that it would continue to be so perfect? Who was I to think I was going to have it going on for the rest of my life without a bump in the road? So after that experience where I had to humble myself from that beautiful big home to a nice little bitty townhouse, and then had to talk to a sister to convince her to let me rent the place while we were losing all those luxuries that we had. I had to really wake up. And as I was going through all of that turmoil, I came to the conclusion we gain and we lose. It's life. We're going to win some and we're going to lose some. It's life. And it's okay. We lose a job. In maybe a year, we'll get a better job. We lose our car because we lose a job. We get a better car in no time. And Lorenzo, somebody walks away. That beautiful queen is on her way in due time. And while you're waiting for her, you start working on you. You start healing. You start doing some things that you know what you need to do. Now, I ain't going to put all the guilt on her side. We have to always, this is what I did, Lorenzo, during my divorce. One of my divorces. No, 3 of my divorces. I held up the mirror and I said to myself, who is the common denominator in this? Me. When I realized it was me, I said, I got to make some changes. I have to do some things differently. I have to grow. I have to stop running this vicious cycle, this rat race where I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going in circles, a vicious cycle. And I took responsibility. I held up the mirror. And I didn't see that handsome face, that cute face. I saw pain. I saw all those thorns. I saw ugliness. I saw I saw bitterness. I saw insecurity. I saw I saw hate. I saw anger. I saw resentment. And I dealt with it. I dealt with it so long till on a consistent basis I cried when I looked in the mirror. I cried so much until I started smiling. And I healed. I went to therapy. I read self-help books. I listen to Joel Osteen every day. I sleep with my Bible. I understand it now because you can ask God to give you understanding, clarity. Otherwise, it might be jumbled up. But at some point, the light is going to go off and you're going to understand it. Life ain't easy. We're going to go through ups and we're going to go through down. As I talk frequently, it's like a roller coaster. You just hold on tight because life's going to take us through some journeys up, down, all around. And sometimes we're going to feel like we're going to fall. And sometimes we're going to be going up. But it's never going to stay up. It's never intended to stay up. We're going to take some falls. We're going to take some hits. But if we remain in peace, if we remain in love with ourselves, in spite of all the challenges that we face, in spite of all the failures that we generate in our lives day in and day out, don't you ever give up. Don't you ever think that God has left you, that he's abandoned you just because of a person abandoning you. It doesn't happen that way. If you will remain faithful and start caring for yourself, loving on you, you will see a difference. You will see a difference. We all are going to go through a challenge here and there. And you can make that change. You can be that difference. People gonna leave us. People gonna disappoint us. I never thought that husband would cheat on me. I did everything. Everything. I didn't do no menage a trois. I didn't do that. I wasn't going that far. But I was a good wife. And I'm proud of that fact. And when you know, Mr. Lorenzo, that you have given everything, it's no reason for you to be hurt. When you know you have supplied everything that you could, you can't be hurt. Don't waste your time in that pain because you did everything you knew to do. And sadly, vengeance is the worst in situations like that, because eventually that woman that left is going to come to grips with reality and realize she's made a major mistake. And on top of that, women tend to go to that other side thinking that he's going to supply more than the husband that they left for, and find out he worse. And then they want to, can we talk? Girl, bye. Because if she leave you once, she'll leave you again. Don't waste your time. As I said, we have to value ourselves. If we don't value ourselves, who you think gonna value us? We have to love ourselves first. Love God always first. But when you love yourself, you don't accept all that stuff. You can't do it. You will not be able to tolerate mess when you love yourself. I told my family, I don't do drama no more. She said this, he said this, and I don't know what. What she tell you? I ain't got time for that. I want to be successful. I want to be able to give back. I want to be able to help every woman I come in contact with. And I want to be able to help men understand us better. I want to be able to help merge, blend, mold all of this. That's my focus. Because if we're all on the same page as far as respecting each other, half the issues that we have, we won't have. But everybody's got a hidden agenda. Everybody's got game. Everybody's up to something. And if we just put all that stuff down and just say, I'm done with it, and be straight up, we'll see differences in people. We'll be different with people. People will treat us differently. Karma. Karma ain't no joke. If you playing with women, guess what happens? Somebody playing with your daughter. Women, if you playing with men, it's going to be a trickle-down effect. The one that you finally love is going to play with you. Stop playing with people. Stop hurting people. If we don't deal with those thorns, all it does is get worse. We take that baggage in everybody else's home that we meet. They pick it up. Then the next thing you know, they got your baggage on top of their baggage because they didn't get rid of their thorns either. And women who are dating separated men, they got their thorns. You bringing them more thorns. Next thing you know, thorns everywhere. He ain't even divorced yet. You're in the way. Don't do that. Don't hang out with somebody who is not even divorced yet. You could be in the way of them getting back together. And you shouldn't be in that. You shouldn't be caught up in the middle like that. Let them people work out their differences or resolve their differences or sever their differences. Just leave each other alone and then you come into play. But don't ever do that because karma is going to come into that as well. And then the more we hurt each other, the more thorns we get. And it just never goes away. It never goes away. So I wanted to just talk to you all about thorns because that's what we're going to be doing Saturday, September the 21st. This is a dream come true. Be the Rose. I wrote a book called I Am Still a Rose in Spite of It All. And what that book talks about is all the drama I went through, at least the majority of it, and how I had to release those thorns to give it up, to finally come to grips that we make mistakes and we got to move on if we want to be that best person. And I want to be that best person that I can be. I want to be the best, beautiful rose that I can ever be. And men, you guys go through as much as we do. And I commend you. I commend you for being here tonight. Because typically I talk to women all day. And to honor you, I am doing a book about men, the Black Rose, and how you are, and not color, doesn't matter what color you are, it's because you are that Black, beautiful rose, that strong man that has fallen, that has been hurt by a woman, by an employer, by a best friend, by a girlfriend. You have been hurt too. And you deserve recognition. You deserve to get your story heard. And I want to be that person. So I am going to be sending out some information very soon about writing a story, writing a anthology, a compilation of stories from men, probably about 10 men. I already have about 5, and I'm going to talk about their pain, where many women have just left them. One woman left them with the kids, and he had to raise the children by himself. She just said, I'm out. I don't want none of this. And he said, well, let me pack the kids up. And she said, no, you keep them. I ain't taking them. And he raised them. But guess what? 20 years later, the children are successful, but he's still holding on to that thorn. He won't let it go. We need to let go of those thorns. People hurt us. It's part of life. If Jesus got hurt, how dare he got hung on the cross, nailed down, and spit on him, blood everywhere, had to drag the cross. Think about that horrific scene. Think about that. If he was hurt, why we think we not supposed to be hurt? So embrace hurt. Oh, I'm hurt today. Wow, I can't believe he said that to me. Ooh, that hurt. Oh, I can't believe my boss did me like that. Ooh, I can't believe my wife left me. Wow, I can't believe my husband left me. I can't believe that man cheated on me. Let's start working on taking it as a grain of salt and realizing it's part of life. And going a step further and saying, Heavenly Father, what do you want me to do with this? Lead me where you want me to go after I've just experienced what I just experienced. Help me to grow from A, where I am today, to at least T. Help me to figure this out because I'm at a loss right now. Ain't no need of calling all your friends and telling them. Many of them don't care. We've become so self-centered in this society. Everybody's got their own problem. And if you call some of them, they will up your problem with their own problem. You're welcome, Lorenzo. People really don't care. So that leads me more to our Father. I've been there. Shonda, guess what? He left me. Girl, he left you too? Well, guess what so-and-so told me yesterday? How did she flip the whole subject to her? I'm sitting here about to cry, about to count down a nervous breakdown because the adversary, let me tell you about the adversary. That's that little demon. He'll tell you, girl, you might as well go on and have your nervous breakdown because it's the worst. This is the worst thing that's ever happened to you. And people who have hurt people, said the devil made them do it. Y'all, I believe them. Because that adversary is always in one of your ears. And that's why you got to stay tuned to our Heavenly Father. Because the devil talking to you too. And in your case, Lorenzo, yeah, I bet you she with that new guy. What you gonna do about that? You're a punk if you don't do nothing. You need to drive by there right now and see what she doing. No, you don't. You need to focus on getting you together. Whether it be your looks, your fitness, your health, your mental stability, your job. You work on you, your mind, your spirit, your soul. You work on you. So when she see you again, because I love it when my exes see me and they be like, dang, I messed up. Woo! And I just be, hello. That's the best vengeance. That's the best vengeance. I ain't had to do nothing. Just get my stuff together. You hear me, Lorenzo? You just get yourself together. Don't even worry about it. Focus every time you think about that negativity that demon gonna put on you. You flip the script. You look in that mirror and you thank God for all the blessings, all the things that he has bestowed upon you. That's what you need to focus on. You do not spend your time focusing on what she said when she left, how she slammed that door, that car, and what she said to you on the phone. Don't even focus on none of that. And you're going to hear that. You're going to feel that. You're going to be thinking about that all the time. Replay nothing but positivity. Otherwise, it will eat you up. And then you'll be bitter. Then those thorns will multiply. Then when you meet that good woman, that person that appreciates you, you're going to run her away because you so locked down with bitterness that you won't even realize that's who God sent you to replace who left you. We got to be ready for what's out there for us. We have to be ready for our blessings because they're out there for us. We got to do the work, though. You can't sit in your bed and wallow in your pain. Sit on that couch and watch games all day and watch TV all day and not deal with you, because that's just another escape. It just doesn't deal with reality, getting yourself together. We got to do that. And it's a good thing. I have never felt so good about myself. I have never felt like I can conquer the world because I got God on my side. And now I understand he is the reason for my season. And when it's a bad season and I say, oh gosh, what is going on now? What does this mean? I know at the end it's going to work out, because my favorite scripture is, we know, and you listen to this, Lorenzo, look it up, Romans 8:28. Hear me now. We know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. You might have a ministry here. You might be in a position to help other brothers through this, because you're not the first one and you're not going to be the last one. Life's too short. We don't have to stay in that pain. We don't have to deal with those thorns in that way. Let's be strong. Let's conquer those thorns and release them, remove them. That's what I have 50 women I have sold out at my first Be the Rose gathering in College Park, Maryland. And I'm so grateful for that. But I'm going to tell you my secret. It's been in my heart for years. It has been a dream of mine for years. But guess what? Saying, I sure wish I had a gathering for women. I sure wish I could get myself together one day, and I sure wish I could have something nice for the women. I had to take a first step. I had to believe. I had to have faith that it could happen. I had to make it happen by doing all that I could. And guess what happened as a result of that? I had phone calls. Tanya, I know you're probably running out of money to make this event happen. I want to help you. Tanya, so-and-so called and told me that you're having this event. I want to help you too. Tell me what you need. Better yet, will this help you? That's how God works when you take the first step. You can't sit there and mouth about it. You got to take that first step, do the work. You have to act on something that you want. It's not just going to come to you. It's not just going, oh, the event's here. Oh, I didn't have to do any work. Oh, I got 50 people coming. Oh, they just showed up. I didn't have to do any announcements. I didn't have to write anything. I didn't have to prepare. I didn't have to hire anybody. I didn't have to do anything. It just showed up. Life doesn't work like that. If you want something, you gotta take the initiative to go get it. And you have to have faith in yourself. If you don't have faith in yourself, you might as well just give up. Because that's the start of a new beginning. You have to have faith in yourself. We make so many excuses for our shortcomings. My mama didn't do this. My daddy, I ain't even know my daddy. My mama said I was dumb. My teacher told me I'd never amount to nothing. My job never gave me the rating that I was supposed to have. That's why I'm still where I am today. That's why I can't get another job. I'm a convict. That's why I can't get a job. I can't do this. I can't do that. Nobody will hire me. If nobody will hire you, get your own business. Show them you got this. A lot of times when doors consistently close, it's because a bigger door is ready for you. You just got to have the right attitude so you will keep going. So you will keep going in the right direction, because if you don't get the right attitude, you won't even see it coming. You won't see it coming. So, Lorenzo, my heart goes out to you. Reach out to me if you would be interested in me talking about your story coming up really soon. I got 10 men. I got 5 out of 10 men, and I want to share your pain so that you can help other men through their pain, because that's what I'm here to do with women. And I'm doing it with men now because I wanted to let y'all know I don't male bash. I love men just like I love women. And I don't mean in the, I'm not meaning that way, but I just want to get us to a place where we can forgive others, where we can know that these thorns can be removed. The name of my company is I Am Still a Rose. I am still a rose. Those thorns, they're gone. They're gone. And I want yours to be gone too, because life is so short. My caterer's son is gone, 40 years old. We don't have time for this. We don't have time to belabor over people that have hurt us, people that have betrayed us, people who walked out on us, people who've stolen from us. Let it go. Forgive them. It's their problem at this point. Lorenzo, you work on you. And if you ever need my advice or anything, I'm here for you. I commend you. You're going to be fine. Everything is going to work out. You're going to have the love of your life before you even know it. And you're going to be like, whoa, Tanya Barbie told me that a year ago today. And look at me now. So I want to thank you all for joining. I pray that you all have a great evening. I pray that you pray for me for Saturday, September the 21st, my first Be the Rose gathering in College Park. We are sold out. I'm so grateful. And I'm so grateful for all the beautiful roses that are going to join me. Please look at your emails, those of you who are coming, because we have changed the address. It is no longer in Bowie, it's in College Park. So please don't go to the old address, but I will have some information at the old address just in case y'all didn't open up your emails. I've also put my number out there and so forth. So reach out if you have any questions. It's going to be dynamic. We're going to remove those thorns, because we are going to be that best person that we can be. So I thank you for joining. Lorenzo, hang tough. You're going to be all right. You live in Alabama. That's okay. I live in Maryland. We gotta do what we gotta do. That's the love of technology. It'll keep us connected. All right, y'all. Take care. I will see you soon. WBGR radio station. I will be there. Um, I will be recording, interviewing Pastor Keith Battles from Zion Church in Maryland. I will be interviewing him on the 27th of this month, and I will be interviewing Pastor Henry P. Davis III, my pastor from First Baptist Highland Park, on the 29th. So that's going to be a very busy weekend. I hope you join me live to interview them about church folks, wives, spouses, problems in the marriage, problems as girlfriend, boyfriend, single life. I'm going to ask them everything. So I've already told them, I've already alerted them, and they said they're going to be there. They're going to answer all the questions. So pray for me that they do. So thank you. Thanks for joining, and I appreciate you. And thanks again, Lorenzo. You're awesome. You're going to be fine. I'm praying for you as we speak, and you guys be good. Until next time, Tanya Barbie, I am still a rose, and so are you. You take care. Good night.